So we're here in Greenland today in Kangerlussuaq to announce the first location for an extreme event. We are here behind me is the Russell Glacier. As you can see, this glacier is melting. You see all this water going down. This glacier used to be much closer to where we are sitting right now, but now obviously the polar ice and the glaciers are melting. So this is why we're here. We're going to have an event. We're going to showcase with these electric SUVs what's going on in this part of the world, and we're going to, obviously try to bring awareness to this problem of melting of the polar ice. If you look at this, I mean, we will have some electric race cars basically racing in front of the Wall of the North. So this will be like a little bit like the Game of Thrones big ice wall. We can have, I think, some of the most spectacular racing backdrop that no one has ever seen here in Greenland. And it's the first time that an international motorsport event is going to take place here in Greenland, in this part of the world. I think it's going to be incredible show for television, and I think millions of people will be watching what happens here in next to the Russell Glacier in Greenland. This location is the perfect one for the first Arctic Extreme E event. The objective of Extreme E is, with a race of electric off-road cars, showcase and bring awareness of what's happening with the different challenges that the planet is facing. And obviously one of the main ones is the melting of the polar ice. And here we are in the battlefront. Here we are right where it's happening. We could see today, we were going around this location, some places were only a few years ago were covered with ice from this glacier, and now they're wide open. So I think that's why this location is ideal for Extreme E, to bring awareness and to showcase what's going on with the polar ice. I think the whole area, both in the North and in the South Pole, is facing obviously the problem linked to global warming. Temperatures are rising, and it creates a negative circle that feeds itself. The less ice, the less sun gets reflected out of the atmosphere, the more heat gets trapped, and that accelerates the melting more and more. So it's a process that is very difficult to reverse, and that is causing big problems, obviously, for the ice. Actually, on August 1st this year, there was a new record, 12.5 billion tons of ice melted into water that day alone. So we are facing a really huge challenge with the melting of the polar ice. I think everything that's going on in Greenland is linked to everything that's going on in the world, in the rest of the world, in the planet. I mean, we are seeing, and I was discussing yesterday with the minister, Jess, 2 years ago there was the first time there was a fire in Greenland, an actual fire. And this year there was a very serious fire here in Greenland. And we are seeing the fires going on in the Amazon areas now, which are, of course, putting in danger the main, lung of the planet. We're seeing same problems in Africa. We're seeing melting also starting in the Antarctica. So we are seeing obviously a problem that is not, you cannot single the problem in one single area. It's a global problem. It's interconnected. It's all consequence of the greenhouse gases concentration in the atmosphere, and it's all linked. And by showcasing it, I think with Extreme E in all these different battlefronts, I think we can really bring the awareness of this problem that is only one big problem.